So good morning, students. So we are continuing with our next lecture of cell structure and functions. So in the last lecture we have discussed the size of cells, the size and shape of cells. Shape also we are discussing. We have discussed the shape of different type of cells, and we are discussing the size of different type of. Now we will discuss the size of different type of cells. The largest single cell that is found on earth is ostrich egg. That means the largest single cell that is found on earth is ostrich, Shatrumurg egg. So this is the biggest. And smallest cell on this earth is bacteria. Bacteria is having the smallest cells, and ostrich egg it is having the largest single cell. But now if we come on to the human body concept, in human body RBC means red blood cells, they are the smallest, and nerve cell is the largest. Nerve cell is the largest. It's the largest cell in human body. RBC is the smallest even in a like this. And you know that amoeba, it is a unicell organism, and it is having only one cell, and that single cell of amoeba perform all the functions of nutrition, reproduction, digestion वगैरह. This amoeba, it's having a means this structure around its body. This is pseudopodia. This is a pseudopodia. Also this pseudopodia, due to this pseudopodia, the shape of amoeba cell is not fixed. The shape is not fixed. That we have already studied in lecture number 1. And this pseudopodia also help in locomotion. It means motion from one place to another. So two works are performed by this pseudopodia. Shape is not fixed, and motion from one place to another. Likewise this. So here are some oral questions on your book. In a unicellular organism, one cell perform all cell life activities. Do you agree? You have to give the answer. In a multicellular organism, all cells have the capability to perform all life functions. Do you agree? Means every cell can perform every function. You have to agree with this. The cell is the basic structural unit of living organism. What does this statement mean? On that day I have told you the cells are organized. On the basis of that, structure of a living organism is determined by how the cells are organized. So that's why they are known as the structural unit of a living organism. So next topic is the structure. So first we'll do some reading part. Though cells vary so much in their size and shape, they have a number of things in common. The basic component of a cell are cytoplasm. Every cell has cytoplasm, cell membrane, nucleus, and cell organelles. Show the general structure of a cell. This is the general structure of a cell. So this cytoplasm, it's a jelly-like substance that make up most of the inside of a cell. All life functions take place in the cytoplasm, cell membrane, and cell wall. Surrounding the cytoplasm is a thin covering called the cell membrane or plasma membrane. The cell membrane separates the cell from its surroundings. It protects the cell and gives it a shape. However, it allows water, mineral, and some other necessary substances to pass through it. In addition, plant cells have a cell wall which is absent in animal cells. Cell walls support and protect the plant cells, as plants do not have skeleton for support. Present in cytoplasm are small structures called organelles. So this is the concept of nucleus. Nucleus means floating within the cytoplasm. In the center is a small spherical body called the nucleus. The nucleus controls center of the cell, directs the growth of cell, control all activities that go within cell. It can therefore be compared brain in animals. The liquid in the nucleus is nucleoplasm. It is separated from the cytoplasm, a thin nuclear membrane. Porous and low movement of material, cytoplasm and nucleus. Present inside the nucleus is a smaller spherical body called the nucleolus. Also present in the nucleus thread-like structures called chromosomes. They carry genes which contain all the information needed by the cell to function and to reproduce further cells of the next generation. Thus, genes are responsible for inheritance. The nucleus and the cytoplasm together make up the protoplasm, which is called the living substance of the cell. The main constituent element of protoplasm are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, but it contains other elements also. So now we will study the structure of cell. The structure of cell. We have studied the cell has different shape and different function. We have studied that. With different shapes are there and different functions are there and different size are there. But every cell has some common structures. What are these structures? Every cell will have a cell membrane. Means either it's RBC cell or muscle cell, any cell, bone cell. They will have a cytoplasm and they will have a nucleus like this. These three things will be present in each and every cell. So first we will study this means constituent. This is cell membrane. So what is this cell membrane? It is a thin outer covering of cell. It is covering the, like we are wearing the clothes now, like same way this is the thin outer covering of a cell. So its second name is also known as the plasma membrane. So second point is the second name of cell membrane is plasma membrane. What are the functions of this cell membrane? It allows materials to enter inside the cell. Allow materials because it is porous, permeable. Permeable means it allows the entry of substances. Allow materials to enter in the cell, and it also provides shape to the cell like this and protection also from the outer environment. Protection is also there like this. So this is the concept of a cell membrane. It's a outer cover of cell, also known as plasma membrane, and it allows materials to enter in the cell, and it provides shape to the cell and also protection also to cell. So animal cells, they are having the cell membrane, but a plant cell, if we talk about the plant cell, it will have the cell membrane plus additional membrane will be there whose name is cell wall. So these plant cells, they will have an additional support around the cell membrane, that is cell wall. Cell wall is not present in animal cells like in humans, but it is present in plants. So what does this do? It provides additional protection. Okay. So what is the function of this cell wall? It protects protection. Mainly its work is to provide the protection. Similarly, like we are having a skeleton system in our body which protect the important organs of our body. Similarly, cell wall protects the important components of this cell. And you know that this is cell membrane, and internal cell membrane small structures are present. Small structures, these are known as the cell organelles, and these structures are performing the major functions of the cell. That means some important structures, they are present in the cell, and these important structures, they are placed on a jelly-like material that is known as a cytoplasm. So it is floating on a jelly-like material whose name is cytoplasm. So in cytoplasm, some structures are there which are responsible for the functioning of cell, and they are known as the cell organelles. You have studied what is cell membrane plus cell wall. What is cell wall? So second concept is what is this cytoplasm. So this is a cytoplasm. This is a jelly-like material inside the cell. It's a jelly-like material inside the cell. Okay, like this. And different structures, they float over this cytoplasm, and these structures, they are known as the cell organelles. Various structures, they float over this jelly-like material that is cytoplasm, and these structures, they are known as the cell organelles. In the center of a cell, there is a structure whose name is nucleus. Nucleus is like a brain in human body. It is the control center of cell. It is control center of cell. Means it controls all the activities that are taking place inside the cell and mainly responsible for controlling the functions of the cell. Okay, like this. Now we will talk about this nucleus. A liquid is, suppose this is a nucleus, a liquid is filled in a nucleus that whose name is nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm. This nucleoplasm, what is this nucleoplasm? Nucleoplasm is a liquid filled in a nucleus. Okay. And you know that here this is cell, this cytoplasm, here it's nucleus. This is here it will be nucleoplasm. The nucleus is separated from the cytoplasm or outer environment by a nuclear membrane. Here on the outer surface of nucleus there is a nuclear membrane. So nuclear membrane separate the nucleus from other cell organelles. Like this. And this nuclear membrane, it has holes in between it, and transportation of material take place through these holes. This nuclear membrane, it has holes, and these help to transport materials inside the nucleus. Means there is a transportation of material between the cytoplasm and the nucleus. So this is a concept. Mainly it's a membrane, एक परत होती है that separate the nucleus from other cell organelles. Holes are present in this nuclear membrane which helps to transport the material inside the nucleus. Okay. Inside a nucleus, a spherical body is present whose name is nucleolus. Nucleolus. That means a spherical like structure. A spherical structure is present inside a nucleus. A spherical structure is present inside a nucleus whose name is nucleolus. Its name is nucleolus. Okay. And inside this nucleolus, a thread-like structures are present, and these thread-like structures are known as chromosomes. Chromosomes. Inside this nucleus, inside nucleolus, thread-like structures are there. धागे की तरह एक structures होते हैं, ढांचा होता है. Structures are there, known as chromosomes, and these chromosomes, they contain within them a gene material. Means chromosomes, in chromosome gene material is present, and this gene material, it hold the information. इसमें एक जानकारी होती है. It hold the information of heredity. What is this heredity? You are having some similar features of your father and mother, that is heredity information. पीढ़ी दर पीढ़ी. So we are talking means a spherical structure is present inside the nucleus whose name is nucleolus. Inside nucleolus, thread-like structures known as chromosomes are present. Inside chromosome, gene material is present, and this gene material contains the information of heredity. So this is a concept. You know that this here it is cytoplasm and here it is nucleus. Science says that combination of cytoplasm and nucleus they make a protoplasm. What is protoplasm? Combination of cytoplasm and nucleus is known as protoplasm. The protoplasm it is mainly made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Mainly this. So this is all for today. We can look for the back exercise questions.